It's meant to break you and balance scales. You ain't average, now throw your hands on 3. Gon' put them up for black magic.
Black excellence, black habits, it's black medicine, everything
black chucks, everything.
Everything
black hug, black love, everything.
Praise black Jesus, play like Moses. Give them flowers while they still give black roses. Everything
black tie, black ride, everything.
Everything
black pride, black lives, everything. Skin noir, friends noir, here you are, black. Everything you need, better believe you are that. Skin noir, friends noir, here you are, black. Every time they hear this, they gon' say he made an anthem. Life ain't a panda, it ain't black and white, it's a canvas. Spike Lee your dreams and Bruce Lee your tantrums. 2-3 that bull, then go Michael Jordan, go Samson. Knock down the walls around me, strong and dark and so handsome. Everything around me is shining dark and the time is divine. I found a spark when the clouds leak and the rain fall and I found peace. I'm black as the concrete, black as the street that's lined with the palm tree. I'm black as the night sky when you broken your bread and your bacon just don't meet. Black as the bottom of Chuck Taylor's, black on some haters. Black as the burnt rubber hitting donuts in front of the store with 2 months later they got stopped and the cops found a black burner underneath the seat on some Nat Turner. Black as the judge rolled when the case closed, now your life on the back burner.
Black magic,
black magic,
black excellence,
black excellence,
black habits,
black habits,
it's black medicine,
yeah,
everything
black chucks, everything.
Everything
black hug, black love, everything.
Praise black Jesus,
yeah,
play like Moses. Give them flowers while they still give black roses. Everything
black tie, black ride, everything.
Everything
black pride, black lives, everything. Skin noir, friends noir, here you are, black. Everything you need, better believe you are that. Skin noir, here you are, black. You are black. Everything you need, better believe you are that.
Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I can see that you were the one I held on to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it without you. Oh, I would have lost it all. Oh, but now I see how stage rocking out stir crazy. Coco flow like 1980s. Come lit still I drop lazy. None of that maybe. Energy. Energy. Energy.
Just 5 for now 45. Don't get out of line. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Pick a side. Only double lines we cross is dollar signs. Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold up. Wait. I hear you just got paid. Make it rain. Energy. Shima Cancun, Hilo, Central Pay. Big wave in the room, the crowd gon' move. Look around, everybody on mute. Look around, it's me and my group. Big energy.
We was on stop mode, got froze from page Vogue, no pause, chat too much, bro, clip on load. That's that Kodak energy. 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 Yeah, yeah.
Gold links, raw dinner. You know that we do it grinding. You know that I'm gonna be extra. When that camera go pop, 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 pop. Keep 'em waiting like that, 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 that. Ooh la la la. That's the way them boys sound when I walk through the black, black, black. Then I Uzi that doozy. Shot, 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 shot. Then I finish. Then I paint and champagne through the ceiling. Sipping it up, flicking it up. All this good energy got you all in your feelings, feelings. I'm crazy. I'm swearing. I'm daring. Your man staring. I just entered the country with derringes. Cause I'm caring, some terrorists.
We was on stop mode, got froze from page Vogue, no pause, chat too much, bro, clip on load. That's that Kodak energy. 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 Energy.
I treat politics and policy the same way, y'all. Listen to people. Look at the problems. And figure it out. Like an engineer. Like a rebounder.
Like the next governor.
I was born in Detroit, raised on a love of Pistons basketball, Pontiacs, and honestly, computers. After earning 2 engineering degrees at Michigan, I became a software engineer at Microsoft. Then I came home to Detroit and used technology to make government work better. Because I know that improving the way systems work improves people's lives. That's why I became an engineer. It's why I went into public service. And that's why I'm running for governor of the state of Michigan. As your lieutenant governor, I've worked with Governor Whitmer to solve problems for Michiganders. I saw too many families who couldn't afford housing, so I pushed funding into a housing trust fund, resulting in 50,000 new homes in the last 2 years. I saw a criminal justice system holding people back, so I started the Clean Slate program to help those who've paid their debts get back on their feet. I saw tech startups leaving, so I launched the Michigan Innovation Fund and turned our state into the #1 startup ecosystem in the nation. We've made a lot of progress in these past 6 years, but there is so much more to do. As a dad with 3 kids in public schools, I'm committed to building an economy where every family has what they need to succeed, so our children can follow their dreams right here in Michigan. My goal for Michigan is that we lead the nation in innovation and creating jobs of the future for everyone. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are breaking commitments to our state and attacking Michiganders every day. As governor, I'll protect our rights and stand up for the families, workers, and businesses that keep our economy strong. Real leaders find solutions that improve the lives of the people they serve, instead of just looking out for themselves. So let's make the dream of health and wealth a reality for every Michigander. Let's stand tall for Michigan.
You know I love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something
Good evening, Detroit. I said good evening, Detroit. We gonna keep that energy high. We gonna keep this spirit high and going. Y'all make some noise for the future Governor Garlin Gilchrist. Okay, well, listen, I'm gonna talk to you guys first, but we gonna keep the energy high, all right? This is the city. What up, though? Yeah. Listen up. As a lifelong Detroiter, I have seen the ups and downs of the economy, the world, and more. Division has never been high like it is today, though. Now, the chaos of the country, MAGA taking over, has many of us on edge. Under this new administration, a carton of eggs is $10. DEI has been rolled back, and our civil liberties are on the chopping block. As a mom, a wife, and a small business owner, I've been on edge for a very long time. As a black woman, I've been on edge for a very long time. But this right now is something different. In 2020, I carried my baby and gave birth during the pandemic. Had all sorts of fears, from illness to insurance coverage, just wondering what was next for my family. Would I be able to afford childcare? Would we be able to afford health care? I saw lots of my friends be stressed out too. Last year, during an interview with Garlin, I learned about the Healthy Mom, Healthy Babies initiative and how it extended Medicaid coverage by allowing mom full benefits such as physical and behavioral health, substance use disorder treatments, dental care, and more. During a time where women's rights are constantly on the chopping blocks, this is a beacon of hope. Someone does care, and I felt it. The idea of leadership like Garlin brings a sigh of relief. That's why I stand with him. I was introduced to him politically, but as someone that's gotten to know him more through business, I've gotten a chance to see his passion and love and dedication to the people. As a mother, I know firsthand the headaches and anxiety that comes with parenthood. I love my kids. I'm sure you do too. Well, love your kids, not mine. Y'all don't know my kids. And we want what's best for them in the future. I know that he championed for child care assistance and other parental rights for Michiganders. That's huge. We need leaders that's connected and understand what the people really need. Garlin, the father, husband, tech guru, cares about the direction we're going. He cares about us. He's a politician, but he's so much more than that, and he's proven that time after time again. I'm from the same place as him. Where we're from, you're set up to fail, sometimes even before birth. The public schools aren't always the best in our neighborhoods. Heck, half of the street lights weren't even working. You literally and metaphorically couldn't see where you were going. But someone like Garlin Gilchrist, he's lighting up those paths. He's going to illuminate the direction we're all going. And I say this with confidence. Garlin Gilchrist has worked hard to get where he's at in life and deserves every win coming his way. I'm not only impressed by him, but I stand with him and I stand with his team to get him in office. Michigan deserves a leader like Garlin Gilchrist, trustworthy, a true leader, and a true father. Y'all make some noise for the Gilchrist campaign. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Okay, so many of you may know the next speaker as one of the founders of the always popular event, Menorah in the D. You guys, welcome to the stage, Rabbi Yudy.
Dear fellow Michiganders, I'm honored to be here standing before you, witnessing a gathering of so many different people from all over the state. During moments like these, I like to remember that despite our differences, there's something that keeps us unified and helps bring down God's blessings from above. And that is realizing that the success of our representatives and government is ultimately in God's hands. And when we truly believe this, and we have faith in that understanding, then we are able to access and bring forth God's blessing through our leadership. This foundational belief is why the United States, founded by God-loving individuals, is special, and why Michigan is special. The end of this week marks the Jewish holiday of Purim, which represents this notion that although the Lubavitcher Rebbe of blessed memory teaches us that although Queen Esther was the Jewish people's representative in the king's palace, she only was able to successfully intervene on their behalf after days of fasting and prayer. She knew that only God's hand could guide the king's decision. The same is true for us. So today, I ask God for his blessing that everyone here should merit good health, long life, happiness, joy, and success in all of their endeavors, and that our leadership is successful in representing the people in this wonderful state. I would like to close with Psalm chapter 121, and it reads as follows. I'll say it in a special tune for everyone. A song for ascent. I shall raise my eyes to the mountain. From where will my help come? My help is from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to falter. Your guardian will not slumber. Behold, the guardian of Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your guardian. The Lord is your shadow. He is by your right hand. By day the sun will not smite you, nor will the moon at night. The Lord will guard you from all evil. He will guard your soul. The Lord will guard your going out and your coming in from now and to eternity. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Keep the noise going while we stop. Listen, and while you guys got all this good energy going, look over at that QR code right there. Take your phones out, take a picture of it, and donate. Because we need funds to keep this campaign going, right? Am I right? I can't hear you. Am I right? Okay, then. Thank you so much, Rabbi Man. Now let's bring to the stage a familiar face in Michigan politics outside of Detroit. But first, let me ask you, who believes we need a strong Democratic Party? Who thinks we need to organize everywhere? I'm talking urban, suburban, rural, and anything in between. Let's bring to the stage the chair of the Hillsdale Democratic Party, Jeff Cooley.
Thank you, everyone. As you heard, I'm Jeff Cooley. I'm the chair of the Hillsdale County Democrats. And I just want to say, first of all, how much of an honor it is for me to be here tonight and to be just a small part of this moment. I'm really honored. As someone from Hillsdale County, I'm thrilled about Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist running for governor. The Hillsdale community, like so many others across Michigan, deserves a leader who understands the challenges we face and has the vision to address them. Garlin Gilchrist has proven time and again that he is that leader. One of the issues close to my heart is affordable housing. Back in Hillsdale, we've seen how the lack of affordable options can hold families back. Lieutenant Governor Gilchrist has been a strong advocate for expanding affordable housing across the state, ensuring that every Michigander has a safe and stable place to call home. That's the kind of leadership we need to strengthen our communities. But it doesn't stop there. Mr. Gilchrist is also a champion of economic innovation. He understands that Michigan's future depends on embracing new ideas and new technologies. His work to expand high-speed internet access to thousands of homes and businesses shows his commitment to connecting every corner of our state to opportunity. For rural areas like Hillsdale County, that kind of forward-thinking leadership can be transformative. Garlin Gilchrist represents hope, progress, and a brighter future for Michigan. I'm proud to support him, and I'm excited to see the positive change that he'll bring to our state. Thank you all.
One more time for Mr. Jeff Cooley. And thank you for being here today with us. Now, speaking on behalf of the generations to come, the generation that will perhaps most be influenced by the choices we make in Michigan today. A proud junior at the University of Michigan. Go Blue. And a member of the Pre-Law Honor Society, Phi Delta Phi. You guys welcome Christina Bland to the stage.
Good afternoon. And go Blue. All right now, I said go Blue. We must focus. We must focus. My dream as a child was that I'd grow up someday and become a lawyer and work in the White House. And my biggest fear today is that I and my generation have missed our chance. We missed our chance to live the American dream. It feels like the American dream is gone, and the government is being dismantled piece by piece. After Kamala lost, I was completely defeated. I felt there was no point in trying anymore. And something that really struck me in her speech was when she said the other side wants you to feel defeated. They want you to give up so they can keep on doing what they're doing. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm supporting Garlin Gilchrist, because I don't want to give up. I first met Mr. Garlin when I invited him to speak at an event I organized about voting and civic engagement. I wasn't even sure if he'd say yes. Politicians are busy. But he didn't just show up. He showed up early and stayed late. We actually had to cut him off at one point because we only had the room for an hour. But he made sure every student in that room felt heard. That's when I knew he wasn't just another politician. He was actually someone who cared. We've all heard the speeches, the promises, the I'm just like you lines, but with Garlin, it's real. He's not just here for the money or the power, he's here for the people. This election isn't just about who sits in the governor's office. It's about what kind of future we want. Do we want leaders who work for the highest bidder or leaders who work for us? We have the power to decide. But only if we show up, only if we vote, only if we demand the leadership we deserve. When I first met Garlin, he made me and my friends feel like we were members of Congress, like we were big donors, like we were important, like we had a future. Everyone, I want you to hear me. That day, Garlin gave me back my hope. He gave me back my passion. And I believe when he wins, he can help give me back my country. Thank you.
Y'all make some noise for Christina again. How much you guys want to bet that in a few years we'll be back for her announcement, huh? Right? So I have the honor of bringing up the beautiful, the lovely, the next First Lady of Michigan. You guys, welcome to the stage, Garlin Gilchrist.
When I wake up in the morning, love.
Okay. Is this on? Yes. Wow. Good evening, everybody. This is so cool. And really incredible. Thank you, all of you, for coming out tonight. I am so thrilled to be here with you. As Randy mentioned, I am Garlin Gilchrist, and I am so proud to introduce you tonight to my guy, my husband, the father of our 3 beautiful children, Garlin.
Man, I got this swag. My hand to my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. Man, I got this swag.
No, not yet. Not yet. Hold on, guys. Okay. Well, no. That was not it. But we're all good. Okay, here comes Garlin. So, we're going to go with it. Go ahead, honey.
Man, I got this swag. My hand to my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My hand to my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. When I serve, now why they surfing swag? I'm on hypnotic. Exotic polo on my body. Got a bag girl beside me. And a friend right behind me. And I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm clean like this detergent on Patrol. Yeah, I'm gold. Purple by the zone. Yeah, I'm smoking strong. And you know I'm on 'cause I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm swag. I'm clean like this. Okay, I pull up in the club with a pocket full of bands. Big stupid friends like a rat up in some rain. Swag super cool, blowing strong like a fan. And my chain shining hard, it just gave my neck a tan. Pockets on pop, I could they swole all this spinach. Peach tree swag, 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 swag.
How y'all doing? It's good to be here with family, y'all. Thank you for coming. I gotta tell you something. You know, y'all have somehow made a building that was already special to me feel more special. You know, the first time I came in here, there was a basketball hoop over in that corner. And as I walked in and, you know, dapped everybody up coming in here, it did get me to thinking about something. I was 5 years old the first time I dunked a basketball. It's true. see my dad, who's 6'5" and a half, and standing right there. He picked me up. He raised me up. But he got me to dunk the ball. And he told me to hang on the rim like John Sally and Dennis Rodman and the Bad Boys. He lifted me to the top of the world. I felt like I could do anything. Now this moment it's a few minutes after that one, but my heart is not far from that feeling. I'm still that kid from the east side of Detroit. That kid who went to college a couple of counties from here at the University of Michigan. That guy who is now raising his family just a few miles from where we are on this stage. But no matter where I've been in this country, Michigan has always been home. You've always been my neighbors. You've always been my family, my friends. You've always been the people I wanted to fight for and wanted to solve problems for. So when I was ready to make some news, you were the people I wanted here with me. So, who's ready to make a little bit of news? Who's ready to stand tall for Michigan families? I am too. Look, I've been to all 83 counties in Michigan 3 times. And when I spend time with people around this state, I see so much possibility, so much greatness, so much kindness. But I also see a lot of worry, anxiety, and fear. Any of y'all seen that? I see people who are so angered by the political chaos that they don't, or better yet, they no longer believe that being involved in politics gets them any closer to any solutions to any of the problems that they face. And that anger is real, like it's earned. But that anger masks something, a heartbreak. Because people in Michigan really care, like at a fundamental level, about their futures, about their kids' futures, about our state's future. But I need to go a little bit deeper than that. Underneath that heartbreak is something that is much more powerful: hope. You see, hope is having high expectations in low times. And sometimes these days can feel pretty low. But there's hope there. There's hope in this room. That's why I'm here with you tonight. You see, my family came to Michigan because of hope. My grandparents, Dan and Maddie Posey, my grandma Doris, my grandpa Isaac Gilchrist, they came to Michigan from the Deep South. They were part of that great migration that reshaped America's political structure, economic potential, and cultural significance 60 years ago. Michigan was a destination for people from all over the world, filled with hope and searching for a better life. Now, we've seen our share of hard times, but Michigan has always been a place where people who worked hard and who took care of each other could make something better. What you cannot do elsewhere, you can do in Michigan. You can even be a tall, skinny black kid who becomes lieutenant governor. Now, I got to share something with you. When I was a kid, I was a nerd. A little bit of a nerd. But you know, I got stuck in my head every once in a while. I was always trying to plan things and map things out. I was an overthinker. But y'all, that's why I became an engineer. When I come across problems, I focus on finding and building solutions. Like, that's where I'm most comfortable. But I said I played a little basketball. And that got me out of my head. It got me out of the theory and into the action. It helped me put the math into practice. I learned to shoot, and I became a rebounder, an expert at figuring out where the ball was going to go, getting there fast, and then feeding it to a teammate to take it and score. A team player, observant, active, and effective. And that's how I became the basketball playing engineer. But look, I treat politics and policy the same way. You know, I listen to people, I look at the problems, and figure them out. You come up with a solution, just like an engineer, just like a rebounder. Where do we need to go? Why are systems failing people? How can we improve the old systems or make new and better ones that work better for people? These are the questions that have guided my career. I saw Michigan families needed more affordable housing, so I led the charge to deposit hundreds of millions of dollars in our housing trust fund, bringing 60,000 new housing units online. I saw that the justice system failed people who've been held accountable. So I started Clean Slate to help 330,000 people get back on their feet, get a job, an apartment, and reunite with their children. Y'all, I saw COVID-19 killing black Michiganders 5 times more than white ones. So I built the team that eliminated that disparity in Michigan, the only state to do that in the country. So that's the deal. You show me a problem, I'll find you a solution. And if I can't find one, I'll build one. Thanks to my work alongside Governor Whitmer, if you want to get a loan to buy a home at a full percentage point lower than the going rate, you can in Michigan. If you want to build a business, this is the state that will help you make it real. I started the $60 million Michigan Innovation Fund for people who want to create jobs here, turning Michigan into the most exciting startup ecosystem in the nation. Thanks to your support, we have accomplished so many things. We've laid the foundation. But y'all, there is so much more work to do. Now, tragically, we can't count on Washington to help. We can't count on Donald Trump and Elon Musk. We can't count on weak-kneed Republicans in Congress who care more about Trump than about us. President Trump is like an arsonist. Against all of our economic stability and growth, the tariffs that are so reckless, they will set fire to workers' paychecks, businesses' balance sheets, family budgets, and farmers' bottom lines. The cuts to Medicaid, let me be really clear, they will kill people faster. That's not just policy. That's personal to me, y'all. I mentioned my grandma Doris before. She's the one who came here from Arkansas with a hope for a better life. The same way I see hope in my children's eyes, the same way I see hope in yours. She saw hope in me. Like she saw in me what I see in Michigan. Grandma Doris bought me my first computer when I was 5 years old. And my mother made sure that it was mine and not the household's. Now, I don't know if they knew it at the time, but they were the ones who introduced me to this whole idea of computer engineering. My grandmother lived the last 10 years of her life in a skilled nursing facility on the west side of Detroit that was paid for by Medicaid. She would have never had those sweet sighs of reflective old age, something that all of us deserve, without that support from the state and federal government. This is personal to me because my dad got a job at the Department of Defense when I was 3 months old. And that job provided for our family for the next 34 years. There are tens of thousands of federal workers in Michigan supporting families just like my father did. Trump is putting those families in jeopardy right now with these proposals. We must stand tall against these attacks on our people. We must fight for what matters. We must protect our people and make progress. But when I think about our future, y'all, I see something that's a little deeper, that's more profound, and it nags on me, and I know it pulls on many of you too. About 9 years ago, when I was working at the University of Michigan, I met a man from Escanaba who said this as directly as I've ever heard it. He said, he grabbed me, he said, Garlin, he made a confession. I'm gonna tell you something I can't even say to my own wife. A lot of nights, I lay awake, fearing that my kids are going to leave this state and never come back. I fear the reason they're gonna leave is because they simply cannot find the life they want here in Michigan. That story hit me in my heart because I've heard it before. My parents had that same fear, those same sleepless nights about me. I was that kid, and they were almost right. I never wanted to leave Michigan, but Microsoft and big tech came calling, and I thought I needed to go somewhere else to become the professional I wanted to be. But it didn't stick, because what pulled me back to Michigan was not economic, it was emotional. I came back, y'all, because I love the people. I love the person you molded me into. I came home because I wanted to build my future and raise my kids to be grounded in that same hunger and hope that shapes everyone who comes here, who builds here, and who grows here in Michigan. I'm a dad, and just like every parent, I pour everything into my kids because I want them to achieve their fullest potential. That's why it's not okay with me for any Michigan parent to lie awake at night worrying that their kids might only achieve their very best somewhere else. But if we make the right choices today, the right investments today, we can grow old with our children nearby and our grandchildren by our sides, because they will see, they will feel, and they will know that Michigan is not only a great place for them to take their next step, it's the best place. The best place. It's the best place to have an idea, the best place to create something that changes the world, because our dream of health and wealth is one we all share when we close our eyes at night. And if we work together, if we put the best systems in place, we can then wake up to that reality right here in Michigan. Y'all, I'm here tonight full of hope. The hope that brought my family and yours to this state, inspired by the love I have for my children, and motivated by the determination I have for you and your children to live better lives right here in Michigan. So for that man in Escanaba I met 8 years ago, for those women in Traverse City I talked to last month, and everyone I've met visiting each of our 83 counties, not one, not two, but 3 times, and for all of the people who I haven't met yet, but who are counting on all of us to get it right. For every kid carrying a basketball or a hockey stick to practice, for every parent stretching to make it at the end of the month, for every worker clocking in for a long shift, every entrepreneur competing for new business, for every hunter itching for the season to start, for my family and yours, tonight, I declare myself a candidate for governor of the state of Michigan. Let's knock down the barriers. Let's defeat those who attack us. Let's shake up the system. Let's shake loose the solutions. Let's stand tall for one another. Let's stand tall for our kids. Let's stand tall for Michigan. Let's go win this together. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the great state of Michigan.
One more time for future Governor Gilchrist. If I could get everyone to pose for a selfie, take your cell phones out. Take your cell phones out. Cheese. Stand tall on 3. Stand tall.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never
Detroit, do me a favor before we get out of here. Number one, we're going to take some selfies and some pictures with the governor, with Governor Gilchrist, soon to be. But take your phones out for me. Hold them up. Where the phones at? I know everybody got one. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Uh-oh. Where's my QR code? I don't see any phones on this side of the room. Where the phones at? All right, look at your name tag. You guys, let me get your attention for 2 seconds. Uh-oh, y'all acting like Detroit today. All right, hey. All eyes on me on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, I got to treat y'all like kindergartners. I love that. Pull your phones out. Because we all know to run a campaign, we need what? To run a campaign, we need what? That QR code right there, take a picture of it. It's going to take you directly to the site. If you were going